Charleston.
Okay, K8LSN, Randy, South Charleston. Okay, got you. Anybody else? We got about 4 minutes till that starts.
November 8, Delta Juliet Whiskey. This is Don in South Charleston. I'll be in and out.
Okay, Don. And 8, JDW, got you in there in and out. Thanks for checking in.
It's N8DJW, November 8, Delta Juliet Whiskey.
Oh, sorry about that. And a little dyslexia thrown in there. Can't even talk tonight, thrown in there. Got you now.
Net control, Kilo Echo 8, November 1 also.
Okay, the Kilo Echo 8, you're kind of broken up. I think it was K8LSN. Correct me on that, and name and location, please.
Randy, Charleston, in and out, please.
Okay, Randy in Charleston, in and out. Okay, thanks for checking in, Randy. Okay, this is KYZ taking early check-ins for the Country Roads Net. If anybody wants to check in early, go right ahead.
Kilo Charlie 8, Yankee Sierra Oscar, Dave in Kingwood.
Okay, Dave, KC8YSO. Thanks for checking in. Watch out about Kingwood. I have outlaws that live there.
November 3, Bravo Uniform November, Dawn in Kingwood.
Okay, N3 BUN. Another Kingwood. Okay, thanks for checking in. Okay, I got 8 p.m. CQ, welcome to the Country Roads Net. The control station this evening is Kilowatt Alpha 8 Yankee Echo Zulu KA8YZ. My name is Matt Mike Alpha Tango Tango, and I'm located in Wheeling, West Virginia, up there in the northern panhandle. Country Roads Net is a direct net, meets on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. on the West Virginia Link Room and the associated nodes, PDNs, and repeaters that are linked up to it for the purpose of fellowship among amateurs, exchanging information, and testing of amateur radio equipment. And that is conducted, like I said, in the West Virginia Link Room. The ID number for the room is 46488. And that is provided locally in the Charleston, Huntington areas on the UHF machine 441.825, located in Scott Depot, West Virginia, in Moundsville, Marshall County. In Cameron in Marshall County. In Moundsville's on 146715, and in Cameron on 14691, and in Parsons, West Virginia on 14537 repeaters. When checking in, please provide your call sign phonetically, give your name and location. Okay, are there any stations that either have checked in already or that new check-ins that have announcements for the net? Any stations with announcements, please call now.
Net Control, please check in. W8XRW Whiskey 8 X-Ray Romeo Whiskey. Rob, currently in Canaan Valley, and you can put me down for a couple of announcements.
Net Control, please check in November 8th, Yankee Mike Tango. The name here is Jay. Juliet Alpha Echo. Short time mobile. No traffic.
Okay, I got Rob with announcements and Jay, NAYMT, short time. Jay, I know you usually have some announcements since you're short time and mobile. You want to go ahead with your announcements before I call for anybody else?
Oh, sure, appreciate it. I'll do my usual plug here for this is NAYMT of the Ohio Link Network here. I joined into the West Virginia Country Road Net there. I gotta remember that's been changed. I'd just like to throw out there our Sunday night check-in information over here on the Ohio Link Network, where 0557 is the number. Sunday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. If you have any questions or topics pertaining to digital and whatnot, you can surely bring them to our net, and hopefully we can find somebody to answer them. That's pretty much all I got. Appreciate you letting me get in there real quick. This is NAYMT back to net.
Okay, Jay. Thanks for checking in. Safe travels out there in the big city. Okay, any more stations with announcements? Stations with announcements. Okay, got you, Rob, in Canaan. Please stand by. I'll get back to you here in a second. Okay, any mobile or time limited? Mobile or time limited stations? Please check in now. Okay, hearing nothing. Got a pretty good string already. We'll start with regular check-ins. We'll start with the newest repeater in the room. Any more check-ins in the Parsons on the Parsons 14537 repeater? We'll start with them right now. Any more check-ins from the Parsons repeater? Please call KYZ. Okay, nothing heard there. The next batch that joined the room. Any check-ins from the either the Marshall County repeaters, 146715 or 14691 that haven't checked in already? Okay, nothing heard there. Let's go down the Charleston Huntington area, 441825. Any more check-ins from Charleston Huntington area on UHF machine down there? Please call now.
Net Control, check in Alpha Bravo 8 Radio Lima, AB8RL, Tom in Scott Depot, West Virginia. Good evening.
Net Control. Check in AAAWC Alpha Alpha 8 Whiskey Zulu. Terry in Cross Lanes, West Virginia. No traffic.
Net Control, please check in Whiskey 8 Radio Tango, WW8RT, Steve in Milton. No traffic.
Net Control, please check in 88EZ Alpha Delta 8 Echo Zulu Randy in Cross Lanes, and I'll be in and out.
Net Control, please check in Kilo Echo 8 November Zulu Sierra Mike and Tornado in and out.
Okay, another nice string. Got AV8RL Tom, AA8WZ, WW8R, AA8EZ, KE8, NZS. Okay, hope I got all this right. If I didn't, please come back. And anybody else from the 441825 repeater.
That's Alpha Delta 8 Echo Zulu 88EZ Randy in Cross Lane.
Okay, thanks, Randy. I don't have very good penmanship. Sorry about that. Thanks for the correction. Okay, we'll go with check-ins from anywhere over the WiresX network, anywhere in the world. Please call K8YEZ with your name and location.
This is November 8th, Hotel Uniform Bravo, Andy in West Michigan.
This is Alpha Foxtrot 9 Mike Sierra, AF9MS, John in Greenwood, Indiana.
Okay, I'd like to acknowledge N8HUB and AF9MS. Okay, thanks for checking in. Anybody else? Okay, let's go for announcements. Rob, WNXRW, say good evening to you. Thanks for checking in, and go ahead with any announcements you got for us tonight.
All right, good evening, Matt, and everyone else on the net. First up, I'd like to talk about our next WVAR membership meeting. Normally we hold that in person, but this month, and that's going to be June 8th at 7 p.m., June 8th at 7 p.m., this month we're going to do a virtual online meeting. We're going to be using GoToMeeting for that. The past couple meetings we've done with a combination of audio on our local VHF repeater, the 147.27, and an online meeting. Well, this time we're going to do it strictly online so that anybody that wants to can attend and participate in that meeting. You don't have to be a member of our club to attend. There's also a dial-up number that you can call if you want to be able to attend by phone. If you don't have a computer or what have you, you can even just call in and listen in on the meeting if you'd like to. You can find the link to our online meeting on our Facebook page. You can also find it on our webpage, wv8ar.com, and sent it out a couple of days ago on our local reflector for the you club members that participate in that. If you don't have a link to it and you need it or want it, just contact me, W8XRW at Outlook.com. I'll be glad to send you a link to that. We're going to be talking about Field Day 2020 and what our plans are, and how you can participate in that. So if you're interested in attending our club meeting, June 8th, 7 p.m., online meeting. We'll take a break. Also, every month, we typically have a VE testing session. Our June session has been suspended due to current conditions and our meeting place not currently being available. So we're just playing that month by month. Depends on what the governor's orders are and what the availability of our meeting place, of our room there at CAMC Tays Valley. As soon as those pick back up, we'll be sure and announce it here and on our Facebook page and on our web page. We'll get it out every possible way that we can. So if you're interested in testing, upgrading your license or what have you, keep an eye on that. We'll get back to you. And then my last announcement is really just to say thanks to Matt for picking up the net this evening. He's one of the individuals that volunteered to do net control, doing an absolutely outstanding job this evening. And glad he's chosen to participate. For a few months now, it's just been myself and Tom, AB8RL, and with the addition of Matt there, and then also Scott, KB8ZIO, has volunteered to do that, and he's in our club local there in the Tays Valley area. But Matt is the first one from outside our local club to pick up the net control, which has really spread West Virginia Link to be a true statewide network and not just a local thing. So I really appreciate him picking it up and doing a great job with it. Okay, that's all I have as far as announcements. This is W8XRW, back to net control.
Okay, Rob, thanks for the announcements. Thanks for the kudos, even though I can't read some of my writing, but we're muddling through here. I'm used to running the net up here where I know everybody's name and call just off the top of my head, and it's a little bit of a learning curve, but we're getting there. So I got my nice big glass of iced tea pen. I got my ace helper here, my 6-year-old daughter Lydia, who would like to say hi. Hi, everyone. Who can't wait and just chomping at the bit to get her license. She already has some FRS radios and loves that, and actually tried to call up a net on an FRS radio yesterday afternoon while I was at work. So hopefully future ham in the making. Okay, our topic for tonight, let me buy a little bit of time. Topic for tonight is, I was thinking I.C.S. courses. Up here in the northern panhandle and in the adjacent counties in Ohio and Pennsylvania, we've been starting to try to get hams get their I.C.S. courses, 100, 200, 700, and 800. I know in Washington County, Pennsylvania, after you go through the vetting process, if you don't have your I.C.S. courses, you won't. If there's a incident, you won't be allowed anywhere near their compound. Belmont County, Ohio, is I think requiring at least 100. Here in Ohio County, West Virginia, they were not requiring any yet, but it's probably going to be coming down the pipeline. And I know in quite a few other places, having the I.C.S. courses is going to be required. So you know how things work using the incident command system. So, question for tonight is, do you have any of your I.C.S. courses? And if you do, which ones you have, and what do you think about the courses? We're not going to get into complaining session here or anything like that, but just maybe a little short thing if you thought it was good, not a good waste of time, something like that. So we'll go from there. Adam N4YT in Bristol. Thanks for checking in. Good evening again to you. What do you got for us tonight? And what do you got to say about the I.C.S. courses?
Well, good evening, everybody. Greetings from Bristol, Tennessee, where it is rainy and a little warm. Real quick, I'll give you a quick plug for the net that I normally run on Tuesday nights at 9:30 Eastern Time in room 61243, the Bristol Amateur Radio Club room. I invite everybody to check in with us on that. We normally broadcast that live on YouTube as well. And speaking of that, we're broadcasting this net tonight live on YouTube, and I have a backup recording going and have everything set right this time, so I didn't chop off the start of the net. And this is a really good topic to put out there and be able to preserve in a recording as well. It's a good educational topic, and it's one that I have dealt with since day one. So my input on that, I.C.S. courses. I just pulled up my training file. Word of advice from me, any certificate of training that you get throughout your, whether you want to call it a career, your journey, or whatever, whether it be your I.C.S. courses or whatever, save yourself a PDF copy and make a copy of that file and put it somewhere else. I'm a police officer right now. I've been a EMT, a firefighter, that whole deal, and every certificate I get gets run through the scanner, and there's a PDF copy. And if my boss calls me up today and says I need a copy of your thus and so, I can just go into that file, type it up, look it up, shoot him an email, and there it goes. So anyway, a little side thing there for you. Let me reset real quick. Looking at my training file, I have a total of 20 I.C.S. courses under my belt. I started with the first one was the I.S. 700, the NIMS introduction, and then I did the 100, 200, 800, and I was assistant chief at my fire department for a few years, so they sent me to the classroom class, the 3 and 400, and then I've got several others in between. I think that if a person, I really wish that there was at least a video format, and maybe there is, I haven't had to take them in a while, or something other than, just the online deal where you can just go straight to the test, because I know a lot of people do that. They get the answers, they go straight to the test, they get the certificate. There's a lot of good information in there, there's a lot of useless information in there as well, but there's the main gist of it is to get everybody on the same page that's going to be involved in anything that goes on, and whether you're a part of the command staff to understand, unity of command, or whether you're, a worker bee like I am and understand how the unity of command works and that kind of thing. Having been involved in fire and EMS prior to 9/11 and then after, I see some of the benefits of a nationwide coordination of incident command and getting everybody on the same page. I think there's more that can be done, and there's more that probably will be done from, just getting everybody speaking the same language and, abolishing 14 different versions of 10 codes for the police, fire, and EMS people, that kind of thing. And that's where these classes come in handy, is learning those things that get us all on the same page, even though we're not doing the same job directly, but we're trying to accomplish the same goal. And I think this is, they're good. Like I said, my recommendation is that you look over the material, if there's videos out there, watch them or what have you, and try to learn it. And it will make your efforts a lot better, a lot more coordinated. Let me reset again. That way when you step up to the table for any type of response or anything for areas or what have you, it adds a degree of
credibility and stuff, and it probably opens the minds and the ears of those that you're working with, because I can tell you from experience from several different angles. Sometimes when you step up as a volunteer to anything like that, some of the paid everyday folks maybe look at you a little different and have a degree of scrutiny, and then that certainly helps kind of eliminate that. But anyway, that's hopefully that all made sense, and that's my 2 cents concerning the I.C.S. classes. So I'll turn it back over to Net Control. This is N4NT.
Okay, Adam, real good. That was great. Good explanation, and thank you for your service in all the different departments. I know you guys are getting a hard time right now, but by some, we'll just say you're getting a hard time right now, but there's a lot of us out here that appreciate what you guys do. Okay, thanks for checking in. Okay, KD88, Tony and Charleston was in and out. Just in case you're still in there, Tony, would you happen to have any comments on the I.C.S. courses?
K88YEZ in the net. KD8A. Well, thankfully, my power stayed on. It was flickering there immediately prior to the start of the net, so I wasn't sure I was going to have power or an internet connection by the time that it got around to comments. I have not taken any of the I.C.S. courses, so don't really have any kind of comment there. No experience, but I haven't been in amateur radio long, so it's definitely a possibility going forward. But unfortunately, it's going to be a short one for me. Just haven't taken them and no experience with them. Hope everybody is having a great day and managing to stay in the dry or dodge the puddles. KD8A, back to Net Control.
Okay, Tony, very good. Hopefully power stays on. I don't know about down there, but up here it's too humid for that power to go off. Bad boy here needs the air conditioning. Okay, thanks for checking in. Let's go down to Scott, KV8ZIO. Saying you, thanks for checking in. And what do you got for us tonight on the I.C.S. courses?
Good evening, everybody on the net. I don't really have a whole lot of I.C.S. classes that I don't have. Just like Adam, I've been a firefighter and EMT for 38 years, and when all this first started, I started doing them, and then I kept going through them because I figured, well, there's going to be one day somebody's going to say, we need you to take this class. Pull up that PDF, and just like Adam said, I always kept a PDF copy of everything. Unfortunately, that hard drive that I had that had all that has crashed. But I do have a 3-inch notebook with all my firefighter certificates in it, another one with all my FEMA certificates, another one for my chaplaincy certificates, and now one for my ham radio certificates. I keep them all. If anybody needs anything, I can just pull it out and scan it and send it to them. I've already scanned them things one time. I'm not going to do it again since that hard drive crashed. But you'll find that these classes are very, very beneficial, and some of it is a little bit repeat. But just like with everything, there's some thunder. Refresh. And, who says we can't need a little bit of refreshing every now and then? I like to think of it more or less as a revival. Okay, well, we all need a little bit of reviving our training as well. So there's that one. And out of all of them, the one that I can't seem to pass strangely, I hope y'all are sitting down for this, but I can't pass the sexual harassment class that they have. I guess I'm not any good at it. So, okay, I hope y'all got a chuckle out of that, but it's true. I can't get that one for some reason. But I'll turn it right back over to y'all, KB8ZO.
Okay, Scott. Well, yep, I got a chuckle out of it. It reminds me of a joke someplace. Oh, I forget how it goes. Something about won't be tolerated or will be graded, or I forget how it, how it goes. But okay, very good. And thank you for your service in everything that you're into. Okay, let's go down to up to Dave. Across the river and up to Dave. KX8DRA. Say good evening to you. Hi to Lori. And what do you got to say for the I.C.S. courses?
Well, hello everybody on the net. I started taking my course about a year or so ago and didn't get very far, so I just made a note to my calendar to get back into it and start getting some stuff done. So I'm going to do that. And as far as saving things to a hard drive, what I've learned is save them to a thumb drive or a SD card, maybe a couple of them. Use it just for that and keep it someplace safe, because they're probably more reliable than hard drives. I guess that's all I have. Back to the net. Thanks, doing a great job, Matt. Hi, Lydia. 73, everybody, and for all those in law enforcement and fire and rescue and stuff, thank you for your service. And of course, military.
Okay.
Hi, Mr. Dave.
Okay, Lydia said hi back to you. And again, hi to Lori. Watch out taking those videos while she's driving down the road. Okay, thanks for checking in. Let's go down to Mike, T4MIC. Saying to you, thanks for checking in. And Sugar Grove, you got anything on the I.C.S. courses for us tonight?
Well, good evening to you and everybody else on the net. I had started a number of years ago when I used to live over in Virginia, and they required it over there. It's probably been a good 5-6 years ago that they had made it a requirement over there and I had started into it. I think I actually took at least one of them, maybe two of them, and got sidetracked and distracted and just never finished. But I'm glad you brought this up, because me and the EC for Pendleton County here, we're just talking about this not too long ago. Eddie, KD8MIB, the EC here for Pendleton County, and we were discussing the need for that's going to be a requirement soon, if it's not already a requirement. And it needs to get those which you don't have very many of us here in Pendleton County that's involved in ARES, but those of us that are, we need to go ahead and get that taken care of, and get that certificates into him, so that way if there ever is a call up, he's got his bases covered. So yeah, good that you brought the topic up. I do need to put that on my agenda. I need to get that done, and you got it fresh in my mind again. So I need to get on that. And other than that, just we've had a few thunderstorms roll through the eastern part of the state here, and nothing serious, just some little thunders, a little lightning, and some heavy rain at times. But it cooled it off, and that's good. It's better sleeping weather that way. So with that, I'll turn it back over to you. This is K4MIC.
Okay, Mike. Real good. Well, I'm glad it jog some memories. Or not some memories, or jog some people's minds about getting the classes done. Because I think, definitely think it's a good thing. Okay, let's go down to Dave, K1WVA in Clarksburg. Say good evening to you, thanks for checking in, and what do you have to say about the I.C.S. courses?
Okay, Matt, thanks for picking me up. This is K1WVA, Dave, located in Clarksburg, and I have no comments about the topic. I apologize about that, Matt. Raining here in Clarksburg. Since the net started, we've received 0.4 inches of rain. That's quite a bit in a short amount of time. And that's about all I have for the net. 65 degrees, by the way, so the temperature has dropped here in Clarksburg. That's all I've got. It's K1WVA, back to net control.
Okay, Dave. Don't get washed away down there. I don't have a rain gauge. Not how much rain we had up here, but I know we didn't get too much. Saw pictures on the news had some flooding up in Weirden. So I don't think we had enough down here for that. Okay, it's good. Bill, 8RSM. Say again to you. Thanks for checking in. And what do you got for us tonight on the I.C.S. courses? Because I know you have a bunch of them. Bill, and 8RSM. Your turn. Just I put you to sleep. Okay, this better probably has something going on for him. Okay, let's go down to Rich. KC3KJQ. Hopefully I got that straight this time. Say good evening to you. Thanks for checking in. And any comments on the I.C.S. courses tonight?
KC3KJQ. Good evening, Matt and Whitney and everybody else on the net. This is Rick from Oakland, Maryland, Garrett County. I'm using a Parsons repeater. It's about a 16-mile trip as a crow flies. And I'm just a new ham of 2 years, and I don't have any I.C.S. courses under my belt. And I guess I'm going to have to contact my E.C. in Garrett County for Garrett County Aries and see what he has to say about the subject. You know, he hasn't mentioned anything about it, so I'll check into that. Thanks for bringing the topic up. Right now it's heavily overcast, no rain yet up here. We haven't had any rain at all today, but we'll probably get some tonight. Back to net control, KC3KJQ.
Okay, Rich. Real good. Thanks for checking in. Yep, it's so hopefully it'll fizzle out. At least the heavy stuff will fizzle out by the time it gets to you. Okay, thanks for checking in. Wes was in and out, but you got anything for us? Any comments on the I.C.S. courses, Wes? K8LES. Yeah, Wes. Anything on the I.C.S. courses for us, Les? K8LES in the net. This is KYZ. Okay, he was in and out, and I got a text that Bill was flipped analog. Bill, I need RSM. Dave texted me, said you flipped over to analog. See, you got back on digital now. Go ahead, any comments you have on the I.C.S. courses at RSM.
No, I think I'm on digital. So like I said, I've been many years in the fire department. Used to be an instructor for fire service for
FEMA, or from WVU and Lisa, and taught these courses. But the easiest way for everybody to get them is go right to FEMA.com and get a number from them and sign on and take the courses online, and you can get them all done in a very short amount of time, and they're very handy for everybody to have, not just the leaders, but the us peons now need them also so they know what's going on. With that, I'll back to you, Matt, and hopefully I'm still staying on analog, or digital, not analog.
Okay, Bill. Yep, you were good. You're good that time. Thanks for checking in. Give your comments. Okay, let's go to Randy down in South Charleston, KE8LSN. Say good news. Thanks for checking in. Any comments tonight on the I.C.S. courses? Okay, Randy, KE8LSN, you're up to bat. If we lose you, you're still around. Okay, why is that in the country roads now? Okay, we'll come back to him here a little bit later. Let's go down to Dan, N8 DJW in South Charleston. Say good news, thanks for checking in, and what do you got for us tonight about the I.C.S. courses? Okay, he was in and out, so he might have jumped out. Okay, let's go down to Dave, KC8YSO in Kingwood. My in-laws live about 15 minutes south of Kingwood on 27, I think, wherever the whatever roads there, I think it's about the same lot. Head south. So you do. Thanks for checking in. What do you got for us on comments with the I.C.S. courses? Okay, maybe he jumped out to N3BUN, Dan in Kingwood. Are you still with us? Any comments from you tonight about the I.C.S. courses?
Yep, I'm still here. This is N3B. Yeah, good evening, everyone. Matt and everyone on the net. Interesting topic. I haven't completed any course of these courses, but I'm going to look into it. So other than that, no comment. Back to net control. This is N3BUN.
Okay, Dan. I gotta ask you, you wouldn't happen to know Ann or Charlie Wolf, would you?
No, sir. I don't.
Okay, that's the Outlaws live just south of Kingwood there. Make it down there. Well, not as much as we used to with the COVID-19 virus going on, but down there over Memorial Day. Maybe we'll hear you down there sometime. Usually try to make some noise when I'm down that way. Okay, thanks for checking in. Okay, Rob and Canane. Man, can we come down and join you? WXRW, say good news. Thanks for checking in. And what's your comments on the I.C.S. courses?
All right. Well, as far as I.C.S. courses go, I've got my 100, 200, 700, and 800. And I got those whenever they first became available. I worked for the West Virginia Office of Technology just after 9/11, and when those courses were introduced, everybody, just because of some of the agencies that we supported, everybody in my area had to do mandatory I.C.S. training, and it was pretty interesting because I did them again probably about two years ago, just prior to taking a Oxcom class there with the Kanawha County Aries group. It was a federal Oxcom class that was offered, and that one of the requirements is that you had those classes. And honestly, it had been so long, even though I had the certificates, great advice from Adam and others about saving those, making sure you have a copy somewhere, a couple copies, as Scott pointed out. But I redid those, and it was interesting to see some of the changes from way back in the day to just a couple years ago. Not major, but still there were some changes there, and I found it pretty interesting. The biggest thing that I found benefit to the I.C.S. classes, at least for me, great. The biggest benefit is that it let me know whenever certain incidents occurred or where I needed to be a part of something that was going on, what my role in things were, and what other people were doing, and it helped me understand things, which helped me be able to participate in whatever the event was that much better. I've seen the I.C.S. in play. It works very well. Like Adam said, I think there's things that can be done better. But normally, that's part of implementation and people skipping steps, not because of willful straying from the guidelines, but really just it's an emergency. People are trying to do what they need to do to get the job done. Unfortunately, whenever you stray too far afield from that, the system doesn't work quite as well as it was designed. Either way, it's good stuff. And as far as the being in Canaan Valley, it was a beautiful day, great trip up. Got to talk to a couple folks on my mobile node in the car until I got cut off and lost cell phone signal, because up here in God's country, believe it or not, the repeater works better than cell phones in most cases. I know that's hard for some of the city folk to understand, but man, I couldn't ask for a better day. Rainstorm blew through, and now I'm sitting in my room listening to the frogs croak out in the valley there. So that's all I've got this evening. This is W8XRW, back to net control.
Okay, Rob. Thanks for checking in. Excuse me. Enjoy your time up there and safe trip back home. And thanks for giving me the opportunity to help out you guys down there by letting me run the net. Okay, I know Jay was short time, but see, he might still be in here. N8YMT, any comments tonight on the I.C.S. courses if you're still around?
Well, yes, indeed. This is N8YMT. Forgive me, yes, I am mobile still, and I may be in a trouble area, so I'm going to try to hold it, and hopefully I'm in there. But, yeah, I am well familiar with the I.C.S. courses. I actually feel pretty much headfirst in them. Currently, though, I do have the 100, 200, 800. I also do have Oxcom, and I was set up for a 300, 400, respectively, to do those in-person courses. However, the sign of the times have hit, and those got canceled. So hopefully they come up with another option. Other than that, my end goal actually is to become COM-T certified. And for those of you who are I.C.S. familiar, you know what COM-T is. But for those that don't, COM-T certification basically puts you kind of over the communications portion of the technical side of it. So basically, if something were to go down, and you're one of the, and I'm here in Ohio, I know there's only 8 at the time, last check, there's only 8 certified COM-T folks out there, and if there was something to go down, you'd be the one to be called to set up the communications network. So that's kind of my forte, and I really want to get that certification. So with that, hopefully I'm still holding it, and I'll send it back to you. This is NAYMT over here in Columbus.
Okay, Jay. Yep, you're a little spotty there at the beginning, but the end was real good. Okay, real good on becoming a COM-T. Yep. Myself and now there's a couple of them. Brian Key at I.C.S. and Robbie Key at GXI from up here took the AUXCOM class, the West Virginia AUXCOM class, about a year and a half ago. So, yep. Okay, good luck on getting it. And I think I skipped Brian. Now that I think about it, I don't remember getting comments from him. Brian, if I skipped you, sorry about that. Say you do. Thanks for checking in again. If I did, good. What you got about the I.C.S. courses?
Sorry, Matt. Good evening, everybody on the net. This is K8ICS. This is Brian Baker Romeo, Indy Alpha November, and I'm from up in Matt's neck of the woods up here in Wheeling here. Yeah, I have the 100, 200, 700, 800, like Matt said there. Me, him, and Robbie went down and took the AUXCOM class down there, and good class. So if you ever get a chance to, an AUXCOM class comes up, it is a good thing to take. You learn all what the forms and all that stuff is, and and exactly what you will be doing. What some of the roles you will be doing. It may not always be with the radio, so you'll learn different things. So it's a really great class. I think it was 2 days, if I'm not mistaken, Matt. So other than that, everybody have a great Friday and a great weekend when you get there. This is KE8ICS back to net control. Great job, Matt.
Okay, Brian. Candy, have a good day tomorrow, and catch you sometime. Out and about or over the weekend or something. Okay, let's get down to the Tom. AV8RL. Say good evening to you. Thanks for checking in, and we got for us tonight about the I.C.S. courses.
KA8YEZ in the net, AV8RL. Good evening, Matt. You're doing a fantastic job as net control. As Rob said, we're sure glad to have you, that's for sure. Good to have representation up north. Concerning the I.C.S. courses, I have to admit I have not taken any. You've certainly brought up a great topic tonight, and it's something for me to really think about now. When I was working full-time all my life, it was pretty hard, but now that I'm retired and got more time on my hands, that's probably something that I should consider trying to get done in one way, shape, or form. So thanks for renewing the subject and bringing it to light, and it sounds like there's a lot on here that have done outstanding, and maybe a few like me that need to get moving. 73s, KA8YZ on the net, AV8RL.
Okay, Tom. Thanks for checking in, and if a dummy like me can pass it, anybody can pass it. I was a little nervous taking the test and everything, but and unfortunately they didn't tell me how good I did. It just says whether you passed or failed, but I passed them, so I guess that was all that matters. But I would like to know what I missed. But okay, thanks for checking in. Let's go down to Terry, AA8WZ. Say good evening to you. Thanks for checking in. What do you got for tonight about the I.C.S. classes?
Well, good evening, Matt. Everyone on the net here doing a good job here tonight, Matt. I have not pursued that. Maybe in the future, after being pointed out and aware of it, maybe I'll pursue that in the future. Raining here in Cross Lanes, kind of a heavy downpour here tonight. Our repeater is sounding really good tonight. I'm getting full scale on the receive here. Well, send back to you and thank you for doing a good job there tonight, Matt. AAAWC, back to net control.
Okay, Terry, real good. Thanks for checking in. A friend of mine I'm in the Knights of Columbus with is down in Cross Lanes, Sam Gross. Don't know if, I think I'm sure that's where he lives. He lives down that way somewhere. Okay, let's go to Steve, WW8RT. Say good news, thanks for checking in. What do you got for us tonight about the I.C.S. class?
Good evening, Matt, and everyone on the net. WW8RT Steve here. I have not had any of the I.C.S. courses. Haven't pursued any of that, so really don't have a good comment to make on it. Might be something to pursue and look into based on the comments I've heard so far. With that, I'll turn it back over to Net Control, WW8RT clear.
Okay, thanks for checking in. Have yourself a good evening down in Milton there. Okay, 88EZ. Say good news, thanks for checking in. What do you got for us tonight about the I.C.S. courses, Randy and Cross Lanes? Okay, he said he was in and out, so he might have jumped. And Mike, KE8NZS, was in and out. If you're still in there, Mike, you got anything you'd like to add about the I.C.S. courses? Okay, sounds like he must have jumped too. Okay, let's go up to N8HUB. Randy, I think you said up in Michigan. Say good news, thanks for checking in, and you got anything tonight to share about the I.C.S. courses? Okay, he must have jumped too. Okay, let's go over to John in Greenwood, Indiana. AF9MS. Say good news, thanks for checking in. Thing from you on the I.C.S. courses.
K8YEZ in the group. This is AF9MS. I haven't pursued the I.C.S. courses at all, so I really don't have any comment either. I'm just kind of sitting here biding my time, listening. It's kind of interesting. I don't know much about the I.C.S. courses, but let me look into it a little further. I'll say 7-3 to everyone, and back to net control. This is AF9MS.
Okay, John. Thank you for checking in. Have yourself a good evening out there. And since we get the weather that you pass some cooler weather over this way. Okay, thanks for checking in. Well, that's the end of the list as I have it. Let's go with any more check-ins. Any more check-ins for the Country Roads Net? Please call Net Control. K8YEZ.
KA8YEZ, this is Kilo 8, Romeo Tango 10, in Culloden, West Virginia, coming in on the
WV8 AR Machine in Scott Depot.
DA.
Okay, got K8RRT and 88DA. 88DA, could you pass along the name and location, please?
Sure, Papa Echo Romeo Yankee, and I'm located in Philippi, West Virginia. I heard our check-in coming in before you missed. It was KD8MIV2.
Okay, Perry. Thank you very much. KD8MIV. Are you trying to get checked in?
Yeah, good evening, Matt. Name here is Mark. Hopefully we're making it in there. Just wanted to check in, but hopefully we're making it. Turn back to you for a minute.
Okay. Yep, I got you, Mark. Please stand by. I'll go back down to you guys here for a second for comments. Anybody else? Okay, let's go. Tim, K8RRT in Gloden. Say good evening. Thanks for checking in. Topic tonight, if you didn't hear, was I.C.S. courses. If you have any, which ones you have, and any comments on the I.C.S. courses that some county EMAs and such are starting to require us to have. Go ahead with your comments.
All right, very good. KA8YZ. First of all, thank you very much for running the net. You're doing just a fine business, fabulous job. Sounding good and doing just real great. Real pleased to have you as a net control. I have the 100, 200, and the 700. I had to go in and check a folder in my file cabinet. I've tried to hang on to those hard copy certificates. Just as everyone else has commented, losing that, sometimes it's hard to verify it. I've personally had an extensive time in EMS and that service through my plant job, and was an EMT for many years, and was involved in firefighting instructor and at Texas City, also Rock Hill, and just got a big background in that. It just kind of seems like it was a lifetime ago. Changed job positions and all that went away, and I've said a lot in some ways, but definitely those people that's called into that service, it's a dedication, and it's a calling to serve the community and put yourself on the line like that, and it's definitely recognized here. I guess the whole idea of those I.C.S. courses is, I think, to just vet the people that would be coming to the scene and would be offering their help. They want everybody to have a background and to have everybody to have common training in the time of chaos like that. And I see the need for it, and it's like anything else, it gets lost in the shuffle, so to speak. But anyway, I do have these courses, and it's been a while ago since I had them, but anyway, it's definitely recognized here, the importance of it. Anyway, the net, I've enjoyed it. Caught on the tail end here checking in. So glad to be a part of the net this evening, and good evening, and again, thanks for doing the net, Matt. Much appreciated. K8RRT, Tim in Culloden, West Virginia.
Okay, Tim. Thanks for checking in. Copy off the Chick-fil-A people. It's my pleasure. Glad to be able to help out. Okay, let's go down to Perry, 88DA. Saying you do. Thanks for checking in. Any kind of comments you got for us tonight on the I.C.S. courses?
Thanks for letting me check into that. I'm going through the parsons repeater that's linked to West Virginia link right now. So I haven't took any classes, but I'm going to look into them. I think it'd be interesting. I should see the value in them. So I'm going to turn it back over to net control. This is 88TA.
Okay, Perry. Thanks for checking in. Have yourself a good evening. Okay, Mark, KD8MIV. Saying you do. Thanks for checking in, and have anything for us tonight about the I.C.S. courses?
Okay, Matt. Well, first of all, I heard Rob in the Canaan Valley area, so welcome him to our side of town. Hope he enjoys his stay out there. And yeah, as the EC of Tucker County here, we do have many of those courses. We don't have my folder right in front of me, just come in from the mobile, but we did take the 100, 200, and 7 and 800, all that good stuff. And we threw a few others in that wasn't really needed. They was very informational. That's been many years ago, actually. Continuing education, kind of a neat little thing, whether you're involved with radio or anything else. There was a lot of good stuff on there, even for the ordinary person, as far as I know. Like I say, I enjoyed the courses. There's plenty more out there, and I know ARRL's changing a few of the requirements of what they'd like you to have there, so still trying to work on a little bit of that. But anyway, Matt, doing a fine job here on the net this evening. Glad we was able to make it in tonight. The rest is finally catching up with us over here, but we are as well coming through the Parsons repeater, and thanks for picking us up. Okay, 8 MIV.
Okay, very good, Mark. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for your comments there. Have yourself a good evening. Okay, that brings down the end list again. Any more check-ins or anybody that I missed? If you checked in before, please go right ahead. This is net control for the country roads at KY.
W8VXS, in and out.
Hi, Chuck. Any comments tonight for us on the I.C.S. courses? Okay, if you tried it, you didn't make it. Okay, anybody else for the country roads net? Please call KYZ.
Whiskey drink rate, corn beans, cabbage. Okay, I think I heard you saying I didn't make it. WDVXS.
Hey, Chuck. Okay, I got you, John. CBC. Yeah, Chuck. If you did any comments, you didn't make them. You were making it at that time a little spotty, but go ahead and try it again. Okay, didn't make it again, Chuck. Don't know if you're kind of in this kind of sweet spot when you checked in or what, but didn't make it for comments. Okay, John, WD8CBC. Saying your view, thanks for checking in. Topic tonight was about the I.C.S. courses. Almost certain you got quite a few. Any comments on them tonight?
Well, I don't recall ever taking any. I was in some weather-worn classes, but never.
That's the end list again. Any more check-ins or any more comments or additionals from anybody? Please call net control. Okay, why is that? Okay, nothing heard. Let's see if anybody's into special events. I just got an email from the Wacom guys up in Washington County. There is a planned special event for the 100th anniversary for KDKA, which is the long-time running TV station up in Pittsburgh. They have K3A, K3D, and K3K. Special events call signs have been reserved, and there are plans to attempt to operate from the original site of the KDKA Tower in Saxonburg using the special call sign. For more info and to get involved, check out the following group, KDKA100 at groups.io. So if anybody's into special events, there's a good one for the long-time running TV station up in Pittsburgh. And the Northern Panhandle Amateur Radio Club hasn't had a actual face-to-face meeting since February, but we've been meeting virtually. But we'll probably be starting to make plans for our annual special event station. Which is in Wheeling, and we usually do it the first part of December. The High County EMA lets us use their con van. You'll see a picture of it. Go up to the club's call sign on QRZ, Whiskey 82 Quebec. And I gotta apologize, I haven't updated that in a while. I need to update that. Some of the info, but picture of the con van that High County lets us use. So for any of the people like special event stations, probably be doing that again in December. So I'd like to thank all 29 check-ins that checked in. Come back next week, bring a friend, bring an enemy, bring somebody. Makes the net better. So this is KYZ, turning all the machines, PDNs, and everything else back to general amateur use at 9/11 local time. Stay free and have yourself a good evening and a good weekend. KYZ.